Welcome to HumanityWins.net. Please read the important disclaimer on your screen. All of the content provided is for entertainment purposes only. It should not be taken as medical or legal advice. Please contact your doctor or lawyer if you require such advice. Thank you. The show starts right now. Hello, welcome to episode 198 from May the 10th of the year 2023. Today is Wednesday, and by the way, today in Mexico at least, and I believe in other countries, Latin American countries, today is Mother's Day. So congratulations to all mothers. I still have my mother here in this reality, and my wife is a mother, many friends are mothers. So congratulations. It's not an easy job, and really my best to you on this day, which is, some people don't make much of Mother's Day, Father's Day, whatever day, Black Lives Matters Day. I know they have started that, or Black Month, White Month. I know they have kind of, abused that concept. But Mother's Day, Father's Day, I think is a good day. And all days should be Mother and Father's Day. You should always honor your parents, and you should always, if you are a parent as I am, you're very lucky. You're very lucky to start with. It's a beautiful experience, a beautiful job to have, in a way. Job, air quotes, is not really a job. I mean, we all love to do it. So my best to all mothers in Mexico and other countries that today is Mother's Day. I know in other countries like the United States, Europe, most countries in Europe and that, it's a different date, I believe in March or something like that. So if you're listening from Mexico today, enjoy, and you're a mother, enjoy your day. My best to you. I got inspired to do this episode because of a situation that happened just a few days ago in a town that I know very well, Brownsville, Texas. It's out there in the southern tip of Texas and the United States in a way. I believe it's the southernmost south town in the US, I believe. Probably I'm wrong about that, but looking at the map, it does look like that. I know the town very well because I went to school there. I got my master's from University of Texas at Brownsville. My company was paying for that, and I remember the school is called Texas Southmost College. So at least from Texas, it's probably the southmost town, right there in the border with Mexico. The reason I know this town very well is because I worked for 2 years in the kind of twin town that Brownsville has, which is Matamoros, Mexico. Right now, it's unfortunately ravaged by crime, by violence. It didn't used to be like that when I was there. I mean, there was some, but you could certainly drive or be at night out and stuff like that. I didn't have any problems with that the 2 years I was there. And I was working. It was kind of my second job after I got out of university, working for General Motors, a big worldwide company that had a factory there. And I was working there as an engineer, and they had this program that they will pay for your master's degree out there at University of Texas at Brownsville. Okay, so that's why I also crossed to Brownsville 2-3 times a week the 2 years I was there. So I know Brownsville like that, like that. I know it by heart. Okay, so I know perfectly this area. This incident happened, and the reason that inspired me to do this episode is because, again, I'm going to get a little bit in trouble depending on your views of things like migrants, like if there's, an ideology behind it, that you're a liberal or you're a leftist if you favor migrants, or if, more right-wing ideologies, we shouldn't allow them and that. Let me get that out of the way, okay? Migration, I always thought illegal migration is out of necessity, okay? This idea that people would like to cross your border and go with these people called coyotes in Spanish, coyotes, okay, which is basically crime, that they treat you awfully. If you, basically, you are lucky they don't rob you or kill you trying to cross the border, because they really don't have any empathy or any love for you. And you're risking your life to cross there just to have a better job or more money. People cross out of necessity, okay? It's just a human thing that people that are not only Mexico, because migrants that cross the Mexico-US border, they're not only from Mexico, they're all from America now, from probably other countries, even the Caribbean, and they say even from Asia, Chinese. I mean, they're trying to get into the US, okay? They're trying to get into the US. I know it's wrong. It's illegal migration by the laws of this reality. That's not correct. That's why when Trump said, okay, I want to do a wall, do it, Trump. He didn't really do it. I mean, I'm sure the United States has the capacity to do a very, very high wall. If they do, for example, they don't even need to go beyond 60 feet. 20 meters, okay? 80 feet. It's like 26 meters, something like that, 27 meters. That's impossible to climb and even by crime that will stop all illegal migration if they do it from Brownsville to San Diego, okay, which are the opposites. Brownsville is the start of the border between Mexico and the US, and it ends out there in California in San Diego. Not really San Diego, but I think it's Fresno. I don't remember the exact name of the small town, but San Diego is like 20 miles from the border out there, okay? In Tijuana. Tijuana is a twin city. There's always twin cities between Mexico and the US. The most known, San Diego, Tijuana, El Paso, Texas, and Ciudad Juarez, which you probably have heard, unfortunately again, because of all the crime. Laredo and Nuevo Laredo. Laredo is Texas, US. Nuevo Laredo is Mexico. McAllen, Texas, out there in the Rio Grande Valley, same as Brownsville, and Reynosa, Mexico, and then Brownsville, Texas, and Matamoros, Mexico. So I know this area very well, especially Laredo, McAllen, Brownsville. I know them very well. Brownsville, I mean, basically I lived there for 2 years because I would cross the border 2, 3, 4 times a week. And also very close to that area is, we are from the US, you probably have heard of it, South Padre Islands, which is a nice sea place out there in the Mexican Gulf. And we will used to go there to the beach. There's a nice beach. Not necessarily stay in hotels because we had our place in Matamoros, but it was like 25 miles from the border. So very easy, daily trip, just on a Saturday or a Sunday, and go there and be by the beach and go inside the sea. So I used to love that. Whoever will follow me going to South Padre Islands, I will love it, okay? But after a while, you can kind of get used to it or get bored by it. It's normal. And so I know this area very well. This situation impacted me. I have prepared 2 videos, so there's 2 links on the show notes because there's 2 different videos from a news station. One is from Fox News and another is from Fox News Houston, okay? On the first one, I kind of meshed them together, so they're going to go back to back, but there's 2 different sources of this. That they were painting this as a car crash. And first of all, I don't think there was a second car involved. And it's not a car crash when you basically go and run over a group of people, okay? That's not a car crash. It doesn't look like it. There were 7 dead, 6 injured by the time this video was made, which was hours after the incident. And the second video that I joined together, it kind of paints the idea that no, this was no car crash. It was on purpose. This was a hate crime. Okay, when you run over people, I don't care if they are migrants. I don't care if they are legal or illegal. I don't care if they are white or black or brown or yellow or red. I don't care if they come from Africa, Asia, Russia, China, South America, Mexico, US, Europe. It's a crime. Okay. And as always, I'm going to try to end on a high note because the intention of this episode is to share with you again, as I've done in tens of episodes, and as I do on the last 3 minutes of the show, that hate doesn't exist. Hate is something created by your mind, by the poisoning of your mind, by the system. The system loves for us to hate each other, okay? Their intention is for us to be divided. Their intention is for us to not work together. Their intention is for us to hate each other. Their intention is for us to kill each other, okay? So whatever reasoning you can give me behind hating a group of people that are trying to get into your country illegally, honestly, doesn't hold water for me because that's hate, and hate doesn't exist, okay? Because the only truly thing that exists is love. So my suggestion to you is love everything. Make things work for you. Just love everything. Love the migrants, okay? And trust me, this situation is gonna fix itself. But it has to start with you feeling love all the time, okay? And you, in a way, understanding that hate is just created by the beliefs in your mind. So my intention is to make this a short and sweet episode because, again, it has a high note at the end. So why dwell on the bad? So let's watch the video together. Again, the first one is from Fox News, apparently, and they were handling this as a car crash, and I felt that was a little bit funny and strange, okay? And the second one, they make, no, this is not a car crash. This is clearly a crime. And yes, they make a point that there are a lot of illegal immigrants and they're taking buses. Yes, we all know that. But that doesn't justify running them over, okay? Have to deal with the problem in a different way. And as I've said many people for years now, immigration will fix itself if the countries that people are immigrating from will be living in a different way. It's human nature. If you have a neighbor that is doing better, you have a place close by that is doing better, you are going to try to get there, okay? it all depends on the individual situation, because trust me, people love their countries, okay? So if their countries were not at war or the economic conditions were not as bad, I'm sure they would rather prefer go back to their countries. And the immigrants, I spoke all over the world, people from Sri Lanka, I spoke, remember a guy in Qatar. I looking forward to go back to my country, Sri Lanka, be back with my family. I'm just here because here I have a job, here I have money, and I didn't have a job in Sri Lanka. That's the only reason. People will tell you that, okay? That they love their hometown, their home country, their home place. Immigration is a necessity. Don't think they are on purpose trying to ravage your country, destroy your country. That's all in your mind. That's the poisoning of the media, of an agenda to poison your mind, to make you hate immigrants. And maybe this person was under the influence of something, drugs, alcohol, whatever. And he saw a group of immigrants and said, yeah, why the hell? Why shouldn't I run them over and kill some of them because I hate them so much? In my mind, not in my heart, because in your beautiful heart, all of you listening, you have a beautiful heart that is only capable. The only real thing is your heart is love. And how could you possibly run over a group of people? It doesn't matter who they are if you're only in love. It's impossible. It's just doesn't exist. It's an artificial thing. It's fake. Okay, so let's watch the video together. I'm going to give you my final thoughts on the short Wednesday episode.
A Fox News alert, a deadly car crash in Texas along the southern border. So far, 7 dead, 11 injured. Griff Jenkins has the latest from Brownsville, Texas. Griff.
Hey, Molly, just to update everyone and for our viewers tuning in, there was a fatal car incident, and it was happening here just in front of a shelter that largely houses migrants. That's why there's so much concern here. Let me just step out of the way and let you look down the road. Now, we're a few miles from the actual border, but at this busy intersection on the left side of your screen is a building that houses about 100 to 200 migrants. Obviously, it is at capacity right now with the surge of migrants coming to Brownsville that we've been showing you all week long. Now, around 8:30 a.m. this morning, a vehicle drove up on the curb on the other side of the street where there is a bus stop. A lot of migrants were gathered out there. Migrants regularly take the local bus to the main bus station here and then head to the other places in the country where they are going to. And multiple witnesses, some of whom were migrants, told us that there were migrants among the deceased. 7 have been confirmed dead, and there are multiple injured. We're waiting to find out from the local Brownsville PD. We spoke just about a half an hour ago to the investigator, Martin Sandoval. He said that they're trying to actively determine exactly what the situation is with the driver. Now, he is in custody. It was one individual, a Hispanic male. They've been drawing his blood, we're told, to determine whether or not he may have been under the influence or trying to determine why he crashed. But again, just to recap, the vehicle drove up on the curb in front of a bus stop where a group of individuals believed to be migrants were. That is the tragic incident. And there were so many among the victims because apparently the vehicle, a gray Land Rover, we're told from officials, rolled once it went up on that curb and had a pretty wide spray across what was a large group of individuals, believed many of them to possibly be migrants. Very fluid here, and just it speaks, Molly, to the fact that these border communities have migrants gathering in various parts of the city. In this case, the shelter, which isn't a migrant shelter, it's initially a homeless shelter, but is largely overwhelmed with migrants because of the situation here at the border. And as we hear from the border officials, the numbers are going to go even higher. These are the concerns of local law enforcement agencies when you have something like this. We'll bring you more as we get it just developing here right now. Molly, we'll send it back to you.
Yeah, absolutely heartbreaking situation there. Griff Jenkins, thank you for bringing us that update.
News that we're following here, this tweet from Fox's Griff Jenkins. It says, fatal car incident in Brownsville, Texas, 7 dead, multiple injured. A vehicle struck a group of individuals outside of a migrant shelter around 8:30 a.m. local time. Officials working to confirm how many of the victims are migrants. Bystanders helped to detain the driver. But we also have an updated tweet from Griff Jenkins as well. It says, Fox News confirms with Brownsville PD that migrants are among the fatalities. It's unclear exactly how many that's developing. So again, 7 people dead, at least 6 injured after they were hit by a vehicle while they were waiting at a city bus stop in Brownsville, Texas. This is at a location, the bus stop near a shelter for migrants in the border city. It's unclear what led to the crash, but we are working to learn more. 7 people killed, 6 others injured in this. So we're going to continue to check in with our crews on the ground there to see what more we're going to learn here as the day continues.
Okay, that was, as I said, 2 different videos meshed together. That's why there was a fade in, fade out. And I just want to say before I go into the final thoughts and here try to end on a high note, that it was very strange for me that the situation was very obvious and it was handled on the first video as a car crash. Okay, no, there was no second car. I mean, there were several people injured like that. I mean, again, that's just strange to me. Okay, it felt like they want to give it a different, because one thing is one person inadvertently or even through the influence of something crashing into people that it seems involuntary, and a different thing is you stepping. Like, I don't know if you remember the considered terrorist attack out there in France. I don't remember the exact town. I believe it was Nice out there in the coast, close to Italy, close to Monaco, Monte Carlo. I believe it was Nice, and this van that went through people and killed, I don't know, 20 or 30 of them. It was a few years ago, and it was considered a terrorist attack. This one, the migrants were in the bus stop. Okay, you might say they are in the country legally, and that I totally agree with you. As I said, I wish the U.S. would make a 100-foot wall, all perfect wall from Brownsville to San Diego. Okay, because then the situation will change. It will be impossible for you to get to the U.S. illegally. You have to do it legally, and that I don't see how anyone can have a problem on that. If you're legally accepting to the U.S., that's fine. If you don't, you look for other options, like make things work for you, for example, in Mexico, like make things for you, for example, in Guatemala, in Costa Rica, in Honduras, in Colombia, in Venezuela. You look for options, not just the US or going broke. Okay. I remember when a group from Honduras was offered jobs here in Mexico, in Tijuana, I think they said, thank you, no, we want to go to the US. Like, we don't want to earn Mexican pesos, we want to earn US dollars. So that's a problem, okay? That's the problem. They have painted this image that the US is paradise, and I'm not saying it's not, I'm just saying I wish they would do this wall so we get this over, because no, saying you should shoot them, you should burn them, you should kill them, you should violate them. They're using the poisoning of your mind because you have created an enemy, or they have created an enemy for you and you're falling for it. Sorry about that. And really, it's not the way. It's not the way. You're listening to your mind. So Rumi, beautiful Rumi, the Persian poet, I've quoted him many times. And I have an episode of Rumi. It's one of the older episodes. You might want to look into that. That was inspiring. Whatever you know or don't, only love is real. And this quote is beautiful, but I will stay with the last 4 words. Only love is real. Everything else, trust me, doesn't exist. It's you're having like a nightmare, okay? You're being like possessed. Oh, I hate migrants. Doesn't exist, because you are not capable of hating. So I'm going to end on a high note, because this that is coming right now, it's coming very soon, in the next few years, okay? The new age movement, and I put air quotes on that, is handling like an upgrade, like we're going to a different reality, a richer reality. Wait, it's not that. That's why I say, please don't peg me with the new age. We're going back to what we are, and we're only capable of loving. We're discovering who we are. We're remembering who we are, okay? And that's coming to everyone. It doesn't matter how your mind is, because everything that is not love, hate, fear, envy, lust, and many other, justice through violence, everything I say in the last 3 minutes is through your mind, okay? It has been created artificially by your mind. You truly don't hate migrants. Your mind and the system loves that you hate migrants. And I don't want to use the word love in something so awful, but let's say they like it, that you hate migrants. The only thing they truly hate is when you love, okay? That's what, okay, this one is not participating. When you truly love, you're outside of the system. When you truly love, you have broken the matrix, your matrix. I wish it was everyone's matrix, but for that to happen, everyone has to love. Does it make sense? So I hope you enjoyed this episode. I tried to keep it short, but it was, this hit home because I know Brownsville, Texas very well. I mean, yes, I know perfectly that area that this incident happened. And it's just a small town, USA, and, it's a very, bicultural town. It's Hispanic US, and people have always gotten along really nicely there. No issues with racism or no issues with, that like that. Probably that's why migrants are accepted, because, they have always, it has always been those towns, Brownsville, McAllen, Laredo, and, really people embracing, that we are bicultural, okay? So, hope you enjoyed this one, and if everything's okay, I should see you back on Friday. It's probably going to be a chat again. And I hope you enjoy it. Have a great Wednesday. For everyone that is Mother's Day today in your country, enjoy your mothers. But it doesn't have to be Mother's Day. Enjoy your mother every day. If you have the luck to still have your mother here with you, enjoy your mother every day. Do a 5-minute call every day. Send a message, a WhatsApp message, something, or just be thinking of your mother, during the day. Please enjoy family and friends. It's very important. I have a point there. Trust me. Please enjoy family and friends. Okay. I hope you enjoyed this one. And if everything's okay, I'll see you on Friday. Please stay for the last 3 minutes. This episode is basically, I'm going to be saying the same thing. Thank you very much. And thank you. Thank you. I love you. And you honor me by watching. Have a great Wednesday. Thank you for making it to this part of the video. This is my favorite part. This is where I suggest to you that you discover yourself. You are not what you have been groomed to believe. You are this incredible being without limits that has eternal life, amazing strength, infinite wisdom, and a big, beautiful heart. All your limits are always self-imposed. Your best version in this reality is inside you. Your only mission on this life is to become a beacon of love and guidance. This version is ready to be discovered today. How do you discover yourself? The discovery process is a personal one. No one can do it for you. Dedicate 5 minutes a day to talk to yourself and the universe. Request to be connected and ask, who am I? Where do I come from? You will start getting signs, breadcrumbs, and signals. You will notice how your notions about those realities start disappearing. No more hierarchies, no more competition, no more complaining, no more depending on others. Discovering yourself equals to breaking your matrix. Your self-imposed limits will fall, and you will be ready to serve humanity and help break this spell and deception on us. But you must be patient to allow others to wake up at their time through their own free will. That will be really soon, you will see, and that will start a new world. As you work towards your best version, you will notice how all emotions don't serve you anymore. Hate, fear, rage, pride, loss, envy, violence, justice, true violence, judgment of others, and other emotions will disappear from your mind and heart. You will understand those emotions serve only the evildoers and are not you. Please try to be understanding of others that don't think or feel like you. Everyone has a process. No one is right or wrong. We're all just different. Don't be concerned about being right, ever. Don't allow pride preventing you from patching things up with family and friends. It is very important you enjoy this life with your loved ones. Put in the work to patch things up and leave it to others to decide. Please relax and enjoy life. When everyone breaks their own matrix, humanity through our community consciousness will break the final spell. The new world will start and everything will gradually fall. Governments, hierarchies, and the medical and financial system will go from scarcity to abundance for all. Thank you very much for watching. Please share this episode. If you have any comments or suggestions, please use the comment section below. For private questions, conversations, and if you would like to appear on the show, please email me at hey@humanitywins.net. Please be sure to check out our friends from Waking the Future and their awaken-attire.com shop. They gave me my first opportunity to speak about this and I will be forever grateful. Link to their channel and shop on the show notes. Thank you again. Please don't forget to visit our website www.humanitywins.net. By giving me your time, you honor me. Have a very, very, very nice day.